Flower Tarot Pisces. I am so happy to be here doing this reading for your month ahead, the December 2025, looking at the general energy of the month of December for the sign of Pisces. I'm using the Tarot of Mystical Moments as the main deck. I have the Astro Matrix out as the clarifying. And then I am using, in addition, the Romance Angels Oracle cards just for a little flash of flair. So Pisces, that can be your sun, your moon, your rising. Sometimes they call rising ascendant. So look at your birth chart. If you've ever ran a birth chart, they're usually free. All you need to know is your birth information, date of birth, time, place, and then you can get a full chart run. And then you can see where all of the planets attach to all the different zodiac signs. And then you can decide how you want to approach tarot readings from there and see. These are just general collective readings for the signs. I just find that that's a really broad-based way to kind of cover all the bases and give everybody a taste of what a personal reading would be like. So I'm available on TikTok and YouTube. There's information in my social media accounts for how to arrange personal readings. But for the sign of Pisces for December, let's look and see in a Celtic cross spread what's going on for the sign of Pisces. The first card we want to pull is the recent past. So what brought you here? What energy led you up to December 2025, Pisces? What was the most prominent energy that led Pisces to this moment? So we have Knight of Wands. That's Sagittarius energy. Knight of Wands is playful, fun, movement-oriented, usually moving towards something. A Sagittarius, a Knight of Wands, they are very spontaneous. They're very, let's just take the risk. Let's take the chance. Let's be adventurous. Let's have fun. Let's do it for the sake of doing it. Let's take pictures. We want to prove that, we just put our, fears to the side and we jump through this fiery hoop. That's what a Sagittarius is all about. So Pisces, you were actually being pretty brave. I think for a water sign, more intuitive, kind of, I don't know, introverted, maybe a little more on the self-conscious side, not very adventurous. Boy, you being in that energy, that is kind of like it's opposite is really what I'm trying to say. So anyways, good for you. Good for being adventurous and playful and fun-loving and footloose and fancy-free. I think that's pretty cool for a Pisces who I think is a little more on the conservative side. But what about your current energy for the sign of Pisces? Current energy, the Emperor. Beautiful. Taking authority, taking that stance of putting your foot down. What do you want? What is your life about? What does everything mean to you? What crosses that energy? I will come back and talk further about these, but let's just get all the cards out and then we'll talk. Let me be quiet and get these cards out for you. The crossing energy for Pisces, the Magician, another major arcana. So big current events right now, big energy. What's crossing you is the Magician. Your need, your desire, your want to make magic happen. Let me, like I said, let me quit talking. I so badly want to get into it. I freaking love tarot cards. What's on your mind? What is on your mind, Pisces? On your mind is the Four of Swords. I'm going to be quiet. I was getting ready to go into my spiel. What's down in the bottom here? What do you need to maybe bring to your awareness? You're not quite aware of it, but it's there. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. What is in the future energy? Strength. Another major arcana, this one in the sign of Leo. Let me put out these 4 cards face down. This is external energy, internal energy, hopes and fears, and your final outcome. Pisces, let's jump back to that. I think I did a good job of telling you your recent past, Knight of Wands, feeling a little bit out of character for you, I think. Being playful, spontaneous, fun-loving, footloose, fancy-free, not thinking about the consequences of your actions, just wanting to do it, just wanting to go for it. Take your horse, leap through the fiery hoop. It's all good. I think you were being out of character is my best way to say it. What led you to this moment in your current position, the Emperor, you standing in your full power, standing in authority, standing with everything you have behind you. You're propped up, you're placed up, you have been secured in a position that you feel like you deserve. You earned this. You fought for this. You feel like as the emperor of your life, the CEO, head cheese, big man in charge, you're really feeling that boss energy. Take that how you want to take that, but that's your current energy, Emperor. This is major arcana for the sign of Aries. If Aries has any relevance for you, this is you really feeling yourself. Not as if you weren't already. Maybe that Knight of Wands led you to become the Emperor because you went out of character so far. It's almost like you went out of bounds for yourself so far that it led you to this place where now I can dig my heels in, be myself, but it's also very stubborn, very masculine in the way of my way or the highway. You know, do it the way I say to do it or don't do it at all. The CEO, head cheese, very, very stubborn. Aries energy right here. What crosses that is the Magician, which is air energy in the form of Gemini, and major arcana Magician. This crosses the Emperor, and it is quite controversial because the Emperor is very by the book, very black or white, very much A or B. We're not going to be all over the place. The Emperor is very call it like you see it, call a spade, not care if it hurts your feelings, very, very masculine. The Magician, this one is so opposite of the Emperor because the Magician believes in magic, believes in the unseen, believes in we can create things out of nothing. If we believe in something, if we manifest from our thoughts create our reality. This is bringing energy up from the earth, bringing energy down from the heavens, kind of coagulating those two energies and creating your future. And this is really crossing the Emperor because as much as you want to stand on your haunches and be this rule, I want to say like I can't think of what that's called. A dictator. The Emperor is very dictator energy to me, and the Magician is very not dictator energy. The Magician's very playful, and I would say like if this was daddy, this is mommy, and they're crossing each other. They're not on the same page, and so you want to be, or you currently are in your Emperor energy, but it's challenging because you want to be a magician. You want to be magical. You want to be playful. You want to be this Knight of Wands. You want to bring your desires into your reality. You want to paint the picture and see it unfold. You want to be a magician, but you're the Emperor. So those two are crossing. That's what's happening in your current energy. What's on your mind is the Four of Swords. And that is, I need a break. I need a rest. I need to relax my brain, because your brain has been stimulated with all of this fire energy and this air energy. You're a water sign. You're emotional. You're intuitive. You're psychic. You're a creative. And so you need a break. You need to rest your mind from all of this, what I'm going to say, very masculine energy, and you need to recharge your batteries. I think you need to put your tarot cards under the moonlight. I think you need to make some moon water. I think you need to get inside your jammies and go under your covers and get your Netflix ready to roll. I think you need to, and this is on your mind, this is what you want to do, even though you're out here being your badass self. Down deep inside, all you can think about is cozying up with your favorite book and your hot chocolate and your slippers and your bubble bath waiting for you. I think you just really need all of those creature comforts for your soul. I think your soul needs a break. You've really pushed yourself beyond your bounds, is what it seems like. And I think you just really need to relax. That's Four of Swords. That's on your mind. You cannot get that off your mind. Down in the recesses of your being, in the core of your being, in the basement, is the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is wounded warrior. You've been through it. You've been through the battle. You've really taken some hits. This person has like stitches all over their shirt where they've been to battle. It's wand energy. It's passion. It's fiery. It's go get 'em energy. It's brave, courageous, on fire. But that doesn't mean that it was easily done. I think you took some hits. I think you took some knocks to the chin. I think you have been through it. You challenged yourself. You went outside of character for you, and you really earned it, is what it really feels like. The stripes, those stripes were not easily won, but you're very proud. And so you're going to wear them on your shirt because you didn't get them easily. As you move into the future, the strength energy is represented here in the energy of Leo. Strength energy represents the sign of Leo, so more fire energy, but this one is taming your ego. As you move into the future, so here, like I said, you were really feeling yourself. You were really going for it, getting out there, putting up your dukes, putting in your wands and fiery and fighting, and I think that's why you need a break. But you did get some hits. You did take some hits, but you are sitting here in your near future in this position of I'm victorious, I'm courageous, I went into the battle and I knew I was going to probably take some hits to the chin, and I did. But this is my ego here, this great big ferocious lion. It wants to continue to go for it, but I'm going to sit here and I'm going to stroke its chin and scrub its ears and pat it down because I need to contain my ego. In the near future, I just need to maybe sit tight with what has happened, because it seems like a lot has happened. So as you move into the later part of 2025, the last month of the year, I think you're just really trying to stroke down the courage and all of that fighting energy that you've been coming at 2025 with, and just pull back a little bit, restrain yourself. You're showing strength by the grace that you're showing to your life. In your external energy, we have Four of Wands. Very beautiful. This is 1111 soulmate energy. So external to you, that really has an effect on your life, is this Four of Wands energy. And that's happy wife, happy life, happy spouse, happy house, however you want to play that out. It is soulmate energy. It is very keeping the home fires burning energy. It is two becoming one, soulmate energy. So someone outside of you really sees you as their by all end all. They would stop the world and melt with you. That is for sure. I think that was Depeche Mode. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, Four of Wands is Pisces, your external energy. Someone just wants to stop the world and dance and be with you. That's it. Four of Wands. They see you as their Four of Wands. Your internal energy, how you feel about all of this, is the Empress. You're really feeling your femininity. You're really feeling yourself. I think that all of this masculine energy, because I want to point out that your current energy as the Emperor is the masculine counterpart to the Empress. And so you've got mother-father energy here. You've got male female dynamic, you've got masculine feminine energy, the yin and the yang. Your symbol, Pisces, your symbol of the fish going in different directions, black and white, very symbolic of what I just described here. So this month of December is extremely dynamic in the fact that there is a balance of masculine and feminine energy. This is showing up in your internal energy, and your current position was the Emperor, but your internal feelings about things is very feminine. It's very divine. It's very receiving, receptive, nurturing, loving. As far as this goes, you could be carrying an actual physical child. You could be pregnant, or you could be giving birth right now in this very moment to a new idea, a new passion project, a new business idea, a new opportunity as far as moving forward with someone or something, but you feeling very feminine about that. You could also be feeling very beautiful. You could be feeling like, you put on this outfit and you just glow. You're just gliding through the world. The Empress is very feminine. It's ruled by the planet Venus, which is all about the beautification of a space or a person. It is birthing energy. It's birthing an idea or birthing a child. So you really are feeling so balanced, is what I'm really sensing. Balanced in your ability to act, but your ability to sit back and to receive as well. So a little bit of masculine, feminine, divine balance for you, Pisces. Your hopes and fears, we have Six of Wands. This is victory, success, achievement, celebratory. It's like you being paraded through the streets with the wreath on your head and everyone's clapping and cheering for Pisces. But this is in your hopes and fears. So you really want that. It's a hope of yours that people would acknowledge your success and what you bring to the table. But then that's also a fear. And that kind of goes back to what I was saying. I've always kind of sensed that a Pisces is more on the introverted side. They kind of have more of an introspective perspective on things. And so not every Pisces, I don't mean to categorize, but just in general, because you are that water sign, you're so internally oriented. I think that this victory, success in the public eye, in the public street, I don't really know, that that's your cup of tea. So I could see why that would be a fear. So it's showing up as a hope and a fear. Six of Wands, celebratory, success-driven, interesting desires. In the future final outcome, Two of Pentacles, there's a sense of imbalance. There's a sense of juggling priorities. The final outcome for December, as we conclude December, there's just going to be a need to place things in their proper perspectives, because two physical things, a job and your family, a relationship and your children, there's going to be two categories that you feel could get very lopsided very easily if the attention is shifted. So a sense of imbalance is really all I'm picking up on final outcome. But I do want to grab the Astro Matrix and let's do a clarifications, 3 cards. See if we pull anything else new or if we can clarify what we've already talked about. Astro Matrix for Pisces, just 3 cards. 3 cards to finish off the reading for the sign of Pisces for December 2025. Let's see. 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, 7 of Cups. All right, Pisces, for December, clarification cards from Astro Matrix. 3 of Pentacles, working hard, collaborating with your team at work. 2 of Swords, willful blindness. I'm choosing not to see the truth. I'm choosing just to see what I want to see right now. It's kind of a willful blindness. And 7 of Cups, lots of choices. So what this is really saying is that wherever you come from this work position, there's controversy. There is a state of imbalance. There, again, very 2 of Pentacles, but this is in the mental energy. So the way people think, people at work aren't seeing eye to eye. There's very controversial opinions. And then we've got 7 of Cups. That leaves you with a lot of choices, because when we've got differing opinions, differing viewpoints on the way things should go, there's always options, there's always choices, and I think that's where you come in. I think that you present everyone with a sense of, like a menu of options. And here's how I see, as a Pisces, here's how I see things could go. We've got all these different cups, different things in each cup. We're going to choose 1 or 2 things and we're going to roll with it, because it seems like people on your team just can't seem to get on the same page, but you're going to present some options for them so that there's a maybe one for everybody. Everybody's going to have a say in the matter. Let me grab another, this Romance Angels, and see if we can give you one last message for the sign of Pisces. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. This could be the one. So Pisces, excellent energy. I love it for you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for playing along and showing up. And I just want to encourage you to like, subscribe, follow, share the videos. I'm on TikTok and YouTube, so you can find me any of those places. And I value your contribution to my channels on either site. Thank you for watching this video. I wish you the very best for December, and namaste.